Fruits of victory. Farm once blockaded by jihadists reopens outside Damascus. 21-hectare farm west of Damascus, whose access to the capital was blocked by terrorists during the war, produces about 15 tons of fresh fruits and berries every season. During the war, farmers near the village of Rum went off to war, and the harvest of apples, apricots, cherries, figs and walnuts was left to be gathered by women and children. The residents were unable to bring the fruits to Damascus because the road was blocked by Nusra Front militants in the neighboring town of Hadera, resulting in a loss of much of the harvest. When the insurgents were near our village, all the men went to the army, were stuck in the trenches and defending their families from the terrorists, a resident of Rum, Fairs Mayin, said. My son died in battle. Today there are only 9 people, but believe me, it is much easier to work now than before, he added. Syria is continuing to recover from the foreign-backed civil conflict that has shaken the country since 2011. Last week, several food production plants were set up in the recently liberated town of Adra northeast of Damascus. The highway connecting the Syrian provinces of Homs and Hama was also officially reopened after 7 years of closure due to the activity of terrorist groups. Roadworks were also completed last month on the M5 highway linking Damascus to Aleppo. Russia has delivered tens of thousands of tons of food and medical aid to Syria over the last several years to assist the Syrian government and civilian population, much of which has become internally displaced. The Russian armed forces has also deployed military police and sappers to clear liberated areas of jihadist booby traps and improvised explosive devices. The 7-year war in Syria has had a devastating impact on the national economy. Last month, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad estimated that rebuilding the country could cost up to $400 billion and take over a decade to complete. Syria has been in a state of foreign-sponsored civil war since 2011, with the government and its Russian, Iranian and Hezbollah allies fighting a collection of mostly radical Islamist militants. In late 2017, after the liberation of Aleppo, Russia, Iran and Turkey became guarantors of a ceasefire between the government and opposition groups, excluding Daesh, ISIS, Nusra Front and several other extremist groups. The ceasefire allowed the Syrian army to focus its attention on jihadist positions in Hama province, sparsely populated areas in the country's east, as well as the East Ghouta pocket outside Damascus. A terrorist group outlawed in Russia.